Approving a plan is a common workplace scenario. The usual phrase is, "Okay, I agree with that plan completely." While this shows agreement, it feels flat and mechanical. It communicates consent, but doesn't add enthusiasm or forward energy. An alternative is, "That makes sense to me. I'm fully on board with moving ahead." This version is more than simple agreement. It signals active alignment and commitment. By saying fully on board, you convey teamwork and readiness to act, not just passive approval. In presentations or group settings, this type of phrasing inspires confidence in others because it frames you as an engaged contributor who's ready to move forward. The key takeaway: when approving a plan, elevate your language from basic agreement to energized alignment. It helps momentum build within the group. Agreeing in a meeting is about showing alignment while maintaining professionalism. The common way is, "Yes, I think that's the right direction." While polite, it can sound hesitant as if you're unsure. A stronger alternative is, "I completely align with that approach. It's the right call." This adds weight to your agreement by using completely align, showing conviction and authority. It signals to the group that you're not only supportive but also confident in the choice. In meetings, this matters because agreement shapes decisions and momentum. The key takeaway: shift from mild approval to confident endorsement, and you'll establish yourself as a supportive but decisive voice. Supporting an idea often requires more than a casual yes. The typical phrase is, "Sure, I think that idea will work well." This works, but it feels soft and non-committal. A better alternative is, "I believe that's a smart idea. It could really add value." This validates the idea and highlights its potential impact. By framing it as adding value, you show thoughtfulness and strategic thinking. Others feel more encouraged when their idea is reinforced with enthusiasm and rationale, not just agreement. The takeaway: when supporting an idea, back it up with why it's valuable. This strengthens relationships and encourages innovation. Casual conversations often involve light agreements. The common phrase is, "Okay, that sounds fine with me." While agreeable, it sounds indifferent, like you're just going along. A warmer alternative is, "I'm good with that. It works perfectly for me." This adds positivity and personal investment. Using perfectly makes it sound like you genuinely like the choice, not just tolerate it. In friendships or informal settings, this keeps the mood upbeat and avoids sounding disengaged. The key takeaway: casual agreement can be an opportunity to add warmth and energy. Don't waste it with lukewarm words. Agreeing with a colleague requires balance, respectful and professional, but not too formal. The common way is, "Yes, I think you're right about that." It's polite, but it feels minimal. An alternative is, "I see your point clearly, and I agree with your view." This acknowledges their reasoning, validating their perspective before agreeing. It makes them feel heard, not just accepted. In teamwork, this matters because it fosters trust and collaboration. The takeaway: when agreeing with peers, frame your support in a way that shows you understand their thinking, not just the conclusion. Agreeing with a manager requires professionalism and clarity. The typical phrase is, "Sure, I'll do it the way you suggested." While cooperative, it can sound like you're just following orders. A stronger version is, "I completely understand your suggestion and will proceed that way." This conveys both comprehension and alignment. It reassures the manager that you've not only agreed, but also understood the reasoning. Managers value employees who show both respect and independent clarity. The takeaway: show your agreement in a way that reinforces competence and ownership, not blind obedience. In negotiations, agreement needs careful phrasing. The common way is, "Okay, that's acceptable to me." While workable, it makes you sound like you're settling. A stronger alternative is, "That works for me. We're aligned on this point." This creates a sense of partnership and equality rather than compromise. Using aligned suggests mutual success, not one-sided acceptance. It also sets a collaborative tone for the rest of the negotiation. The takeaway: when agreeing in deals, use language that emphasizes alignment and partnership. It strengthens relationships. Agreeing with a client requires professionalism and positivity. The typical phrase is, "Yes, that's fine with us." While polite, it can feel transactional. A better alternative is, "That sounds reasonable, and we're comfortable with that." This phrasing communicates both agreement and reassurance. It shows the client that their request is not only accepted, but also appreciated. Clients value clarity and a sense of security, and this language delivers both. The takeaway: client-facing agreement should always balance professionalism with reassurance. It builds trust. During planning, agreement needs to push momentum. The common way is, "Okay, let's follow that approach." It works, but it's passive and doesn't inspire commitment. A stronger phrasing is, "I agree that's the right approach. Let's commit to it." This adds conviction and leadership. The word commit signals action and seriousness, giving the plan more weight. Teams thrive when agreement translates into decisive momentum. The takeaway: agreement in planning is not just about approval. It's about creating forward drive. Agreeing to terms requires firmness and trust. The usual phrase is, "Yes, I accept those conditions." While clear, it sounds mechanical. A better option is, "Those terms are fair. I'm good with them." This makes the agreement sound positive and confident. By calling the terms fair, you reinforce mutual respect. This builds trust and goodwill in negotiations. The takeaway: agreement on terms should go beyond acceptance. It should affirm fairness and strengthen the relationship. Agreeing on a timeline is a common workplace scenario. The typical phrase is, "Sure, the schedule works for me." While acceptable, it's short and doesn't add much clarity or confidence. An alternative is, "The timeline looks realistic. I'm fine with it." This phrasing not only confirms agreement, but also communicates that you've considered the practicality of the schedule. It shows thoughtfulness and assurance, making your response more credible and professional. The listener feels you're not just agreeing passively, but actively acknowledging feasibility. Group decisions often need verbal agreement to move forward. The common way is, "Okay, let's go with the group choice." While fine, it feels like compliance rather than enthusiasm. A stronger alternative is, "I'm aligned with the group decision. Let's move forward." This demonstrates active support and readiness to progress. It adds a sense of unity, showing that you're not just going along with the majority, but fully committed to the choice. This type of agreement helps build trust and momentum within a team. When someone asks for help, your agreement should convey more than duty. The usual phrase is, "Yes, I can support you on this task." While polite, it feels transactional. A warmer alternative is, "I'd be glad to support you with that." This adds friendliness and willingness, showing that you're not just available, but genuinely willing to contribute. It builds rapport and makes collaboration smoother. The difference lies in tone. One sounds like obligation, the other like partnership. Casual agreement often comes up in everyday conversations. The typical line is, "Okay, I'll go along with that." While functional, it can sound indifferent. A better alternative is, "Works for me. I'm happy to go with that option." This version keeps the casual tone but adds positivity. It shows you're not just settling, but are actually fine and content with the choice. This makes interactions smoother and keeps the atmosphere more relaxed and friendly. Agreeing with a friend should feel supportive and natural. The common phrase is, sure, let's do it your way. While agreeable, it can sound passive. A more supportive alternative is, that sounds good to me. I'm fine going with your way. This communicates agreement while also affirming that you're comfortable with their suggestion. It respects their input and strengthens the bond by making your acceptance feel more genuine. Friends value not just agreement, but a sense of validation. Family discussions often need gentle affirmations. The usual phrase is, yes, I think that will be fine. While polite, it feels a bit formal or distant. An alternative is, I agree, that will work out nicely. This softens the response and adds positivity, making it more family-oriented. It assures others that you're not just tolerating the decision, but actually see it as a good outcome. This fosters harmony and warmth in family settings. In project reviews, agreement needs to show clarity. The common way is, okay, your feedback is correct. While it acknowledges, it can feel flat or dismissive. A stronger alternative is, I agree with your feedback. It's spot on. This validates the other person's input while adding energy and affirmation. It signals respect for their observation and highlights the value of their contribution. In team reviews, this builds confidence and trust. After a discussion, shifting to agreement requires tact. The common way is, yes, I see your perspective now. While acceptable, it feels minimal. A better alternative is, you've explained it well, and I agree with your point of view. This acknowledges the clarity of their reasoning and validates their effort in explaining. It makes your agreement feel thoughtful, not reluctant. This fosters better dialogue and encourages others to share openly. In formal contexts, agreement often requires polished language. The typical phrase is, sure, I agree with this statement. While clear, it sounds casual for formal settings. A stronger option is, I concur with that statement. It reflects my perspective too. The use of concur makes it sound professional and respectful, fitting for business or academic discussions. It shows alignment without being too casual, adding gravitas to your agreement. Team alignment requires agreement that reinforces shared purpose. The usual phrase is, yes, that's aligned with our goals. While fine, it's a bit flat. An alternative is, that's in full alignment with what we're aiming for. This makes the agreement more powerful and collective. It signals clarity, unity, and purpose, giving the team confidence that everyone is moving in the same direction. It elevates agreement from passive confirmation to active motivation. Problem-solving discussions often end with agreement on a path forward. The typical phrase is, okay, that's the solution we need. While it acknowledges the decision, it sounds flat and doesn't express strong support. An alternative is, I agree, that solution addresses the issue effectively. This communicates not only agreement, but also confidence in the solution. It shows you've thought about the problem and are validating the effectiveness of the chosen approach. This phrasing builds alignment and strengthens the team's trust in moving forward with conviction. During brainstorming, ideas flow quickly, and agreement can sometimes sound mechanical. The common phrase is, sure, let's include that idea too. While agreeable, it can seem like you're adding things without thought. A better alternative is, that's a good addition, I agree we should add it in. This makes your agreement intentional, showing appreciation for the contribution and a clear decision to include it. It keeps the energy positive while validating the team member who contributed. Policy discussions require thoughtful acknowledgement. The usual phrase is, okay, the policy seems reasonable. This shows agreement, but it feels lukewarm. An alternative is, I agree, the policy is fair and well-structured. This phrasing highlights specific strengths, fairness, and structure, making your support more persuasive. It assures others that you're not just agreeing passively, but actively recognize the merits of the proposal. That builds confidence in the policy and consensus among stakeholders. Feedback sessions can be tricky if responses sound routine. The common way is, yes, I'll take that into account. While polite, it can sound dismissive. An alternative is, that's valuable feedback. I'll make adjustments. This reframing acknowledges the worth of the input and commits to action. It shows that you see feedback as constructive, not just something to tolerate. This builds trust, encouraging others to share openly in the future. When negotiating compromise, agreement must feel genuine. The common phrase is, sure, I'm fine with this middle ground. While acceptable, it can sound reluctant. A stronger alternative is, I agree, this compromise balances both sides well. This validates the fairness of the solution and shows satisfaction. By framing the compromise as balanced, it helps both sides feel acknowledged. That turns compromise into a win-win outcome rather than a reluctant settlement. Aligning with leadership requires enthusiasm, not just compliance. The typical phrase is, yes, I agree with leadership's vision. While respectful, it can feel mechanical. An alternative is, I fully support the vision that leadership has outlined. This communicates wholehearted commitment, not just agreement. It signals alignment, loyalty, and enthusiasm. Such phrasing strengthens morale and demonstrates that you're backing leadership with energy, which motivates others to follow. Reviewing documents often involves giving a simple thumbs up. The common phrase is, okay, the document looks fine to me. While agreeable, it sounds unengaged. A better alternative is, the document looks solid, I don't see any issues. This adds clarity and confidence. It tells the group you've looked closely and see no flaws. This reassures others that the document is reliable and reduces hesitation in moving forward. Team brainstorming requires strong reinforcement. The common way is, sure, I think that idea has potential. While positive, it's lukewarm. A stronger alternative is, I agree, that idea has strong potential to succeed. This not only validates the idea, but boosts confidence in its feasibility. It frames the idea as powerful, motivating the team to explore it more seriously. Enthusiastic support like this keeps brainstorming energetic and productive. Agreeing on task assignments needs clarity. The usual phrase is, yes, I'll take ownership of that. While clear, it can sound like obligation. An alternative is, I'm fine taking responsibility for that task. This conveys agreement, but also acceptance with ease. It makes the commitment sound cooperative, not forced. By phrasing it this way, you reassure others that you're taking ownership willingly and confidently. General agreement often closes a discussion. The common phrase is, okay, I'm aligned with that. While agreeable, it feels routine. An alternative is, I completely agree with that. Let's move forward confidently. This does two things. It shows strong agreement and it drives momentum. It doesn't just stop at consensus. It energizes the next step. That positivity strengthens team spirit and keeps progress moving with confidence. You can find playlists for various languages in the video description. To practice the vocabulary, you are encouraged to explore our various apps. Links to these are also included in the description. If you found something new or interesting, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section and provide your valuable feedback. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more educational content.